Well, good morning, everyone. And once again, welcome to another live this morning. Hope you're having a great start to your day, and we certainly are. And we appreciate you guys coming on with us. And we'll say hello to a few friends, our faithful followers, Andrea, Niagara Falls, good morning, Mike from Norland, and Brahim, the Trinity. John, how are you? Right there at the top. Janice, how are you? Good for you for coming on. And Tina, Nova Scotia, how are you? Wendy from Markham. And Nativity, good morning. And Fran from Orangeville, good morning to you. There's Kevin from Oshawa. Rosalinda, Niagara Falls. Carrie from Nebraska. Wendy from London. Good morning, Wendy. John, how are you? And Keith, good morning. And Donna from Park Hill. Rosa from Montreal. And Rita, good morning. And Patricia, how are you? Nick from our staff. Diane from Thunder Bay, good morning. Gloria from New York, how are you? Marianne from London, and Donna from Newfoundland. Jeanette from Kapuskasing, where Santa Claus lives. Jeanette, Betty Lynn, how are you? From Bradford. Sandy from Vancouver, Washington, bright and early in the morning. And Janet, Doc McEwen, how are you? From West Tennessee. Georgie, Halifax, Nova Scotia. Francis Marie and Catherine from Newfoundland. Brandon, Indiana, how are you? And St. Catharines. And Herma. And Francis Vaughn. And Irene from New Brunswick, how are you? Patricia, we appreciate you. Deb, Wisconsin, good morning. Sharon, how are you? And Linda from sunny Pennsylvania. Madeleine, Kippawa, Quebec. Sue, good morning. Couple of more, guys. Debbie, Sturgeon Falls. Veronica, how are you? And Bev from Saskatchewan. Donna, love those Donnas. And Rosalinda, Niagara Falls. Guylaine, how are you? Serpa, all the way out in Dowling. Gary. And Cheryl said she was in the clouds. Yeah. Guys, sometimes they scroll past me and I can't see. Kathy, Etta, how are you? Nancy says I keep missing her. Nancy, I love you. I promise you that. Milika. Rita says she's lost in the clouds. Heather, how are you? From Miramichi. Rhoda, Judy, Port Perry. Darlene, Georgia. And Thea, how are you? Okay. Guys, couple of, I want to go through 3 studies this morning. At least that's the plan. Okay? Because sometimes I get sidetracked, as you guys well know. Okay? So let's talk about, and 2 of them involve sleep. So if you see behind me, sun, steak, and steel, and in brackets, sleep. The first 4 chapters of that book are about the sun, vitamin D, steak, all the vitamins you can think of, steel, getting strong, and I talk about all the new research on muscle physiology, which is so important, especially when it comes to metabolic syndrome. And fourthly, sleep. Talk about all the new studies in sleep and the importance of it. And the biggest thing in sleep is when you actually sleep, you have a self-cleaning oven in the brain, which is so important. Your brain needs to be cleaned at night. Okay? Any place that you have, think of a manufacturing plant. It's manufacturing something. Well, you're going to have a lot of waste. Anytime you have energy, power being used in manufacturing, you're going to have waste. You got to clean up. Well, your brain has a self-cleaning oven, but it only works when you sleep. And that's the importance of sleep. But let me give you a couple of more. Sleep and cancer. Now, we might have talked about this for a minute, but I just want to talk about it again. This one's showing when you don't get enough melatonin from the sun. I don't care about a supplement of melatonin, okay? At the Martin Clinic, we've been talking about melatonin for years. Your body makes it. And I'm not against supplementing with melatonin, but my experience with it is not, well, it's nothing to write home about. It's got a shelf life, meaning it might work for a short period of time. And then generally I found with my patients, it didn't really work in terms of sleep for a long period of time. Okay? That was my clinical experience. And over the years, I said, man, if melatonin helps you sleep, go for it. I got no issue with it. Okay? But your body makes it, and it's much better. Melatonin is much better when your body makes it. And your body makes it when you see the sun. So even in the winter, you might not get vitamin D, but you're going to get melatonin on a sunny day. Daylight really increases your melatonin. And then, okay, and then a very, very dark room. No light. Okay? So for those of you, and kids even, I try and get parents. Look, get them used to a very, very dark room. Okay? There's no boogeyman. Okay? And, parents mean well, and they always do. But I said, look, especially if a kid had ADD or ADHD, I said, look, they got to get used to a dark room because they're going to make more melatonin and they're going to get into a very deep sleep, which is very recuperative and very, very good for the brain. These kids with ADD or ADHD, they were just canary in the coal mine. They were more fragile. Their brains were, more fragile. So they couldn't focus. They were wound up and they were like the Tasmanian devils. And I found that if they get a good night's sleep, it makes a huge difference with these kids. And one of the things for that is melatonin. Okay, so here's what this study is saying. Light at night compromises your immune system, the protective qualities of melatonin for cancer. Okay? And it lowered serum melatonin levels when you don't get a good night's sleep. When and you don't get a good night's sleep, you're not producing near as much melatonin when you're not in a dark room. Thus, I sat beside people the other day, and I don't want to make fun of people. I don't, okay? But it bugs me. They had a mask on, okay? Outside. And look, I love people and I understand they got fears, okay? But really? If you think that mask is doing anything other than covering your face, it can do nothing for a virus. Nothing. You learn that the first day of medical school. What does a mask do for a virus? Nothing. Okay? Now, I understand a surgeon, he's over a open wound and he wants to cover his face, and he should, so he doesn't spit on you, with an open wound. But, I mean, yeah, I know. But a real mask, okay? 2 real masks that you should wear. One, when those balloons, I can't do this or the balloons go off. If I do that, what? Oh, usually my thumb. I can't stand it. Anyway, guys, 2 masks. Okay? What are they? A mask at night. Why? Cover your eyes. Why? Melatonin. Why? Cancer. Your immune system, part of it, functions better with higher levels of melatonin. Sun in the morning, dark at night. It's all in the book. Sun in the morning, dark at night. Got it? Put a mask on. To sleep, not outside. Okay? Not outside. Ugh. Anyway, number 2. Okay? What other mask should you be wearing? Your vitamin A mask. Okay? Vitamin A. And the real vitamin A is not found in the plant kingdom. It's not in there. Okay? Beta-carotene is not vitamin A. It's not. I'm not saying beta-carotene isn't any good. It's a precursor to vitamin A. All I'm saying is it ain't vitamin A. Vitamin A is the real mask that you wear. It's especially important at this time of the year. Vitamin D, of course. But vitamin A is a fat-soluble vitamin that you get in eggs, meat, and cheese. The real vitamin A. And what does vitamin A do? Well, it's a mask. It's invisible. But when your levels of vitamin A are topped up, you protect your eye. Do you ever touch your eyes? You ever rub your eyes? How do you think a virus gets into your body? Eyes, nose, throat, mouth. Okay? So you wear a mask, like an ordinary mask. What do you think that does? Don't cover your eyes. And it wouldn't stop a virus anyways. The virus is too small. But the real mask is vitamin A. Why is that? Because it's a protective covering. And we don't talk about vitamin A very much. Because nobody measures it. And nobody cares about it. And it's like a lost vitamin. But I don't worry about vitamin A too much in people that eat eggs, meat, and lots of it, and cheese. And there's no better source of vitamin A than meat, steak. You can use cod liver oil too. Okay, I like cod liver oil. But guys, there's no better source of it. But people don't realize that. And people don't give credit to vitamin A where credit is due. Because it is so important to form that invisible mask over your eyes, your nose, and your mouth. if you got good levels of vitamin A, viruses just got a hard time entering into the body. They don't do well. They can't get past the bouncers. They can't get in. Right? That's really important. But again, and you know me, do I have to tell you about vitamin D? No, of course not. You all know that. And how vitamin D is important. Yes, but so is vitamin A, and you can eat it. That's why I don't talk about supplementing that much. Not that you can't. It's just that if you're eating eggs, meat, and cheese, you're getting your vitamin A. And you're going to get good levels of it. And clinically, I saw that for years and years and years. So, the two masks that you want to wear. One is invisible, and the other one you want to cover your eyes with it. And that's so you get enough melatonin. And that helps your sleep, and it helps your immune system. Studies are showing it. Lowering of serum melatonin levels, I'll read you the study, it compromises the body and more susceptible to cancer, sleep and cancer. I'm trying to give you behind the scenes knowledge. How does that happen? What is that doing? Right? So isn't that interesting? Then there was a new one that came out on sleep. Hold on, let me get it for you. Chemicals. Okay? Forever chemicals are linked to sleep disorders and can reduce sleep by 80 minutes. Okay? Which increases your level of cancers, sleep and cancer again, kidney disease and neurological diseases. Okay, this is, hey guys, don't shoot the messenger. I'm just giving you a research, the study. Chemicals linked, forever chemicals, things that you can't get rid of. Okay, like plastics. You're just not going to get rid of it. We guess you can minimize it, but you can't get rid of it. Okay? Now, chemicals are linked to sleep disorder. And they can reduce your sleep. If your body is full of chemicals, it can reduce your sleep by, on an average, of 80 minutes, where your body's not getting into that self-cleaning oven. You see, in order for your body, and especially your brain, guys, to get rid of those unwanted chemicals, you need your glial system. Your brain has its own self-cleaning oven, but it only works when you're sleeping. And they're saying chemicals disrupt that. Man, how do you win? Well, let me tell you one of the ways you win. I was explaining this to someone yesterday or the day before. Okay? When you sleep properly. Beautiful. Because when you sleep properly, your glial system, your glymphatics, that's what they're called, the self-cleaning oven in your brain works. But here's another thing. It's really important. Put the two together. When your liver, okay? Remember, your liver's not Las Vegas. Meaning that what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. What happens in your liver don't stay in your liver. Because your liver is your primary detoxifier in your body. You know, people ask me every day, just about. And they used to. Doc, should I do a detox? Yes. I love that. Well, how do I do a detox? Well, sleep at night. Okay. That detox? Yeah, well, your self-cleaning oven will clean your brain at night. 1. 2, clean your liver. Keep your liver empty, because it will detoxify your body and detoxify your blood and detoxify your tissue. It will help you get rid of heavy metals out of your body. It will help you to get rid of forever chemicals out of your body. Keep your liver clean. There's nothing like it. Your body has one. Your body has a liver, and by the way, if you cut a piece of liver off, guess what? Your body will grow it back. It's the only organ in your body that your body can regenerate like nobody's business. Why? Well, you need it. God gave you a liver. But the problem is today people are walking around, they have no idea they got fatty liver and their liver's not working properly. They got fat because of sugar and all that, the fructose and going to the liver and packing it up with fat. Well, now it can't do its job. It can't detoxify properly. It's really important, guys, for cancer. Keep your liver clean. It's another reason why the reset is so good for you. Got the memo? No, but seriously, guys, okay? Chemicals linked to sleep disorder can reduce sleep by 80 minutes. Forever chemicals. And linked sleep, and it's linked to cancer. Incredible. Incredible. Okay. Am I going to get to that third one now? I did the sleep and cancer. This one here, yeah, this is, I think I am going to spend some time on this. Yeah, there's 2 studies here I want to talk about. I think we'll do that this week. So let's shorten this one up a little bit. And to tell you this, okay? Now, again, just a little bit of advertising. I don't know if you watch this strictly through notification, but you can join our Facebook group, okay? Martin Clinic Facebook group. We've got 22,000 people that are members of that. Secondly, we have the Doctor is In podcast on our any smart device, wherever you download podcasts. A lot of people listen to podcasts. Podcasting is becoming very, very, very popular. Okay, I love podcasts. Okay, I do, and I never thought the old radio man that I was. Okay, with a radio show. I did some TV too. But the big thing I did was radio for a long time with a syndicated radio show. Now, I never thought that I would be doing podcasting. Okay, but guys, podcasting is great. Okay, it's great. And, the amount of downloads that we get from the podcast, guys, is fantastic. For the people that can't watch us live, okay, so podcasting, yep, great. And give us a review, if you would, of the podcast. We appreciate it. And you guys are great. None of this is possible, guys, without you. And none of it. So we thank you for that. Okay, got a couple of great studies I want to do the rest of the week. And Friday, of course, is question and answer Friday. I love answering questions, guys. Okay? I'm not shy. Don't be shy with me, because I'm not shy. Ask questions. Believe you me, people that came into my office, and they can testify to this in my days of practice, ask me got any questions? Ask me any question you want. And I used to encourage people to bring in a notepad to their doctors. You come in to see me, bring your notepad. Now listen, They never left my office without a full report of their findings. Okay? We'd give them a full report and a plan. Here's what you do. Okay? But they still had questions. So I said, okay, read this. You got questions? Next time you're in now, write them all down. And in the meantime, if you need a question answered right away, send us an email or send us, call our office. Okay? That's the way I used to operate, guys. Okay. I love questions. Okay, guys, we love you dearly and sincerely. Talk to you soon.